I'm type 1 or type 2 diabetes, is it the same process?
Yeah, yes, most definitely. Insulin dependent, not insulin dependent, it's still diabetes. Um, Diabetes right now has become a great issue because unfortunately our eating habits in our country hasn't been the best. Uh, the way our food is being cultivated has a lot of chemicals and things that are not good for our bodies. And that's unfortunate, but that's facts. So I'm finding that diabetes, borderline diabetes, full diabetic, is a definite issue. And it's not just in the older population, but it's even in children right now. I can tell you for a fact that I deal with a lot of diabetics, and through juicing, the diabetes has been put under control. And diabetes is what I call the silent killer. It starts with the diabetes, but the diabetes itself starts affecting other organs. Kidney failure comes from diabetes most of the time. So I focus on making sure that when I'm juicing, I'm not only juicing to try to make the diabetes be in control through green juices, which is the best way to control diabetes, okay? I also focus on adding herbs to help the other organs that the diabetes will be affecting. And I've had many questions from you guys, and I know that a lot of you have either family members that are suffering with diabetes or you yourself are suffering from diabetes. So please, if you have questions and you'd like to do a one-on-one, or just send me your question, basically, I will try to answer them and focus on these questions on my next video. Diabetes most definitely can be reversed. Absolutely can be reversed. I've seen it reversed many times, okay? There are known facts. We have great holistic nutritionists, such as Max Gerson, Dr. Sadie, that had documented facts. And we're going back to the 1940s, 1950s. Umpteen cases where diabetes was completely reversed by juicing greens. And this is why I tell people, all fruits, all vegetables are not friends. You have to know exactly what components you're putting in these juices in order to get the best results, which is reverse the diabetes.
So I know we can't say that when your doctor tells you you need to take X, Y, and Z prescription for the rest of your life. I know we can't say that, but what we can possibly say is the fact that you can help them possibly have the chance to reverse diabetes, then ask them to go back to their doctor to do a blood test.
Of course.
To see for the results, and then therefore that's your documentation.
Yes, correct. In other words, I'm not saying don't go to a doctor, don't take the medication your physician's sending you. I have a lot of good doctors that I know that try to reverse the diabetes, but unfortunately, medication has secondary effects, where holistic, Ayurvedic, Chinese medicine don't give you that secondary effect. And yet there are proven cases that through these realms of holistic wellness, the diabetes has been reversed. So you might be on some kind of Western medication that your physician is putting you through, and at the same time you can complement it with a program of juicing. And when you go back and you start doing your tests, because obviously you have to do blood work on a regular to make sure you know where the diabetes is, a lot of the times you'll find that you're going to start seeing really good results really fast, where you might have been on medication for years and not seen any results, or the situation is getting worse for you. All of a sudden, when you start juicing after a few months, you start seeing a difference. And by doing that, that also helps you wind down the medication levels.
So, off of my research, I'm a type 2 diabetic, and it's telling me that I can't juice because there's just too much sugar. So, how are you going to help me if I can't consume sugar?
Okay, first of all, fructose is what you're looking at inside the fruits, whether it's a pineapple or an apple, it's fructose. If you take it at certain times of the day, early during the day, you won't get the same, it doesn't convert into glucose. Now, if you take it late at night, eat banana in the afternoon, that's a no-no for a diabetic or for anyone, because you will raise the sugar level. Now, when I'm juicing for a diabetic, whether it's even borderline diabetic, I don't put any fruits in their juice. That's something I just eliminate altogether. My purpose would be solely green juices. So at that point, you do not have any exposure to any type of fructose or any types of sugars, which I don't use sugar because we sweeten our juices naturally. We use honey, which honey is amazing for your body. It's nature's antibiotic. Okay.
And you can. So as a diabetic, I can have honey.
Now, when you're a diabetic, I would not put any honey in your juice because obviously I need to try to control your sugar. I would use cucumbers. I'll use parsley, which is amazing. I'll use things such as basil, mint, also very good. There's so many greens that I could put in a juice and change it around for you each and every time. We use ginger, we use turmeric. All these components put together will make an amazing green juice, no sugar, no sweeteners in it. And these are healers. Lemon. Because what I also need to make sure is that with these juices, help alkaline your body. Acidity promotes diseases. Acidity assists a diabetic to become even worse with time. So what my goal is to make your body as alkaline as I possibly can.
So before we go into the conversation to learn about what is putting a body in an alkaline state and an acidic state, since if I am I obviously put myself through diabetes, either I consume just an absurd amount of food or I'm just really addicted to sugar.
Or it's hereditary.
If it's hereditary, how are you going to benefit me?
Okay. Just because something is inherited, there's so many diseases that could be considered inherited diseases or hereditary, as they say, does not mean you can't reverse it. You have the capability of starting to be proactive in these cases. And there are so many, it's just like endless possibilities that we can obtain from nature if we understand how we're putting these components together. It's almost like when I'm creating these juices, which I'm still always getting new information, I'm constantly researching. There's so much. You go to a store, you go to a farmer's market, and you see basic things, your cucumbers, there is way more. There's a lot of roots, seeds that are components. I feel like a mad scientist in a laboratory sometimes creating because of this amount and vast produce and the things that Mother Nature produces. There are things that a lot of people don't even know about that I am very blessed to have understood through my Ayurvedic practices. Indian gooseberry is one of them. Ashwagandha. There's so much that we use and we put it in our juices, because one of the things that we also offer in the Thejuicinggurus, besides our basic juices on our menu that I was speaking of, we also offer the custom way of juicing, where if you have an underlying illness such as diabetes, after I am able to sit with you, do a consultation, get an idea of what it all is happening with your body and the diabetes, I can then go and start customizing. So I will put together a recipe to assist you with your particular issue through Ayurvedic medicine. Sweets. Yeah.
When it comes with that, then I realize that I'm gonna have to bite the bullet, or really have to learn that I am gonna have to become disciplined, because the green juices, I'm scared that if I have the green juices, it's just I don't know if I can take it. I'm nervous about it, and I don't know if I can tolerate the green juices, so I'm a little scared to take it, and I'm still diabetic, but I want to try. So are you telling me that I'm gonna have to really hone in and become disciplined for a little bit, for a while, to fix my underlying issues?
The way I see it is, yes. Usually diabetes starts developing because of our eating habits. Someone that is addicted or loves sweets usually cannot have it, obviously, not usually, just can't have it when they become diabetic. Sweets are your enemy because it destroys your immune system, first of all. And it gives the diabetes strength in your body. I cannot tell you how damaging of a disease diabetes is. It's debilitating. It will debilitate you. Most of the people that are experiencing renal failure, and that's not a joke, when you go through renal failure, where you are now a candidate for a kidney transplant, okay? At that point, reality sets in really fast. And you're thinking, okay, I'm going to have the possibility of dying because my kidneys are not functioning, okay? And I need to do something really fast. But yet my doctors are telling me that there's really not much hope other than this kidney transplant. Well, I want to make you understand that by changing your eating habits, cutting out sweets completely, which again, it destroys your immune system, whether you're diabetic or not, okay? And being disciplined, because you have to be disciplined. Whether you do something once you do something for 30 days, you have literally built a habit, whether it's good or bad. If you're eating chocolate cake or flan, or for 30 days, you've developed a habit. Not a good one, but now it's become a habit. And when you're diabetic, that's a definite no-no, because you're poisoning your body. You're poisoning yourself. Yet, if you start doing green juices or juicing as a whole for 30 days, you've developed a very positive habit. And yeah, at the beginning, those that are not used to consuming greens, let's say, which most people do not have enough of, they come to me and they go, well, I know it's good for you, but I hate the taste. It tastes like my backyard when I've tried these green juices. I try to make it as pleasant as possible. I try to make it taste, by the way I combine things, as easy. That's why I juice it a lot, so you're not chewing the juice. Some people like it thick. My juices are very, not liquid, but not the thick consistency, so it goes down well. And after 30 days of developing this habit, all of a sudden your body starts asking for the green juice because it's fuel. It feels good. And your body starts fiending for it. Instead of fiending for sugar, it starts wanting the green. Your body will ask for it.